Hello there, and to all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Abby, and I upload Disney planning content here on my channel every Sunday and Thursday. Today, I am going to talk to you about why you need a travel agent when you plan your next Disney vacation. Whether you're a complete first-timer or a Disney pro, everyone can benefit from using a travel agent. As a travel agent specializing in Disney destinations, I used a travel agent before I became a travel agent. So, I feel like that just goes to show that they are super helpful no matter who you are and what your purpose is for going to Disney. Now, as we go through this video, keep in mind that I am speaking from my agency's kind of reasons why you should use one. Different travel agencies offer different services, and while my company does not charge any fees for these services, some companies do. So that is something to keep in mind. Not all travel agencies are created equal. So taking something like a personal referral or, following someone on social media for a while is a great way to figure out if it's the right company for you to work with. Make sure that you check out reviews, all that kind of stuff before you choose, just to make sure that, you're going to get everything that you want from your agent. So the first reason that you need to use a travel agent is because you're already paying for one. That's right. When you book a Disney vacation, whether you book it yourself or you book through an agency, you are paying the exact same price, or at least you should be. If you're not, there's a problem. But Disney builds the cost of a travel agent into every one of their packages. When you book through Disney directly, you're just giving them that extra money. If you book through a travel agent, you are helping to build a small business, support a family, all of that kind of good stuff, and you don't have to do any of the work associated with planning a trip. Which leads me to my second point, which is you can be as hands-on or hands-off with your vacation as you want to be. I have some clients who literally don't want to do anything to do with their vacation. They just want to show up, and that's great. That I just roll with it and book everything for them. We talk about what they like, what they don't like, and then I kind of take care of the rest. I have other clients that are Disney pros who've been there a bunch of times. They know exactly what they want, but they don't want to do the work to actually book any of that. Great, I'll book exactly what you tell me to book. And then I have others that basically just use me as a sounding board for ideas, and they're like, hey, would this work out in our schedule, or should we do this instead? And I'll give my opinion, and then they make the final decision. There are a lot of different ways that you can form that relationship with your agent. The other thing is that you don't have to keep up with all of the research that goes into planning Disney trips. I do all of that research. My agents do all of that research. We stay up to date on all of the latest Disney news and updates so that you don't have to. So it's one person managing to stay up on all of that for a wide array of people instead of a wide array of people all trying to keep up with the latest. And there's constantly the latest. There's new stuff coming out constantly with Disney. The only consistent thing about Disney is that it's always changing. So having someone that is already keeping up to date with everything in your corner, great idea. Another part of being hands-off is you don't have to make any of your reservations. So if you don't want to make your dining reservations or FastPass reservations and you'd rather sleep in, we take care of that for you. Again, not all travel agents do this, so if that's something that's important to you, make sure you check with your travel agent before you book with them, just to make sure that that is something they do. And whether or not they charge a fee for that, we do not. The next reason that you should use a travel agent is because it can save you money. When promotions are coming out, a lot of times travel agents hear little buzzes first, and we know. For the last promotion release, we got up every morning for a week because they kept saying that they were going to come out with new promotions, and they did not until a week later. But our clients got all the price drops, and that's really all that matters, isn't it? So we take care of updating all of your packages to make sure that you're getting the lowest price possible at all times. If you don't use an agent, then you have to call Disney and arrange that yourself, which is very time consuming because when promotions release, then the phone lines get super backed up and you can be on hold for hours and hours and hours. Ask me how I know. The fourth reason that you need to use a travel agent is because you get personalized recommendations. One of my favorite things about working with clients, and one of the reasons that I love my job, is because I get to know so many different families. Every family is so different and has different needs, different, ages and requirements for their Disney trip. You know what I'm saying. Everyone is different, and putting together the perfect vacation package, itinerary, all of that is like a puzzle. It's so fun. For me, I don't know, some people, I might be crazy. But super fun for me. I love taking the time to get to know each and every one of my clients to make sure we plan the right trip for them. Of course, some clients I get to know more than others depending on how involved they want to be with me and how often we go back and forth. But that means this is completely up to you and how much you want to go back and forth with your agent. As part of the personalized recommendation process, I put together a giant travel folder full of a bunch of different resources for clients to take with them on their trip. They've got park maps, personalized itinerary, spreadsheet type of stuff depending on what we planned, all your plans for the week. There's a guide that I wrote. It's long. There's a lot of stuff in it, and it's kind of a surprise for clients. So if you want one, gotta book your trip through me. But anyway, and there's like surprises, little gifts for the kids, all that kind of fun stuff. So my clients get one of those as part of their personalized recommendations, and I throw whatever I can in there to make sure that they have everything that they need. The fifth major reason that you need to use a travel agent is because you have support before, during, and after your trip. So before your trip, you have someone to reach out and say, hey, I heard this is happening. Does this affect me? What do I need to know about this? During your trip, if you are running late for your FastPass and you've no idea what to do about that, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, shoot me a Facebook message, call me. I don't know. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. And then I can say, hey, let's see if we can push it back a little bit. That kind of thing. And then when you get home, if you're having trouble downloading your Memory Maker pictures, let me help you. So all that kind of stuff can go into your trip planning process. And if you don't book through an agent, then you're on your own. So if you are a person that goes to Disney like all the time and you do know what you're doing, there are still some great reasons for you to use a travel agent. And one of those is that a lot of those Disney fans are in those Disney fan groups on Facebook. These are dangerous groups, my friends, because there's so much bad information in there. And honestly, I probably wouldn't know it was bad information if I wasn't a cast member who knows that people are breaking the rules constantly. But there's so much bad information, guys. I do have my own Facebook group. It's called Mickey with Littles. It's always linked in the description down below. And in that group, I make sure that everything is tip-top shape, no rule breaking, no, sharing bad information. Just so that, I don't want anyone to get to the park and be like, I read on Facebook you could do this. And the cast member is like, that's not really how that works. And then have someone be disappointed. So those Disney groups, while they can be good for opinion-based things, like, hey, what's your favorite character dining restaurant? They're not so good for, hey, how does Rider Swap work? If you're curious about how Rider Swap really works, check out my video. New camera, not used to this. Anyway. So yeah, Rider Swap is one of the ones that they're not accurate on at all. And anyway, so I thought that I would ask people in my Facebook group if they had used an agent in the past, why they liked using an agent in the past, and if they had not used an agent in the past, why they wish they would have. So I'm going to read you some of the responses. One person says, booking with an agent was the best because I didn't have to disrupt my schedule, which is already jam-packed, waiting online to get fast passes, reservations, etc. Also, the agent, me, has great recommendations for things for my kids that I wouldn't have thought to try. And then we also have, Abby is the best. She went above and beyond to help our family plan our Disney vacation, and not a detail or reservation was missed. She's a true Disney expert. And then we have, Abby shares her expertise and tailors it to our family's interests and needs. We have already booked through 2 separate trips through her, and each trip is for a completely different focus. She hits the nail on the head for recommendations and provides excellent tips to help our trip run smoother. She was able to snag an impossible lunch reservation at Be Our Guest in Magic Kingdom when I missed the opening date to book it, and made me look like the hero to my family. I am so thankful that she is patient and prompt, answering my numerous questions. We'll be booking through Abby from here on out as she adds magic to our trip. And then the last one that I'm going to share with you that I got was that My family went on our first trip to Disney this year. We sacrificed, scrimped, and saved for almost 2 years to be able to go. I researched, studied, and planned everything. I didn't think I needed an agent for help. I stayed on the My Disney Experience app day and night trying to memorize the parks and landmarks. I watched all of Abby's wonder planning content on YouTube and thought I had it all in the bag. I was wrong. Our first day in the parks was a disaster. Things did get better as the trip went along, but there were times I was ready to break down, and I know my family was too. I made some very poor choices along the way, and I truly felt like I had let my family down at times, ruining their first experiences at this wonderful, magical place. I would love to give my family a proper do-over. When we do decide to go on another trip to Disney, I'll definitely be using Friend Like Me Travel Company for help. So, those are some reasons that people like booking with my agency specifically, because I asked people that have worked with my agency. But those are the reasons that you need a travel agent the next time you go to Disney. If you would like to work with me and my team, I have our information in the description box down below. And with that being said, I'll see you on Sunday with a new video. Bye! Oh, before I go, if you have not entered to win already, we are giving away a free Disney vacation. I will leave the information down below for that as well. You can enter through October 25th, and then entries will be closing. So make sure to do that if you haven't already. And now I'll really talk to you guys on Sunday. Bye!